welcome to the lunch edition of NBC News, and you are with me, Evelis Chingambe. Coming up this afternoon, environmental activist applauds President Mutharika for prioritizing the implementation of policies that mitigate the negative impact of climate change. Economic experts describe the continued drop in inflation rate as a sign of effective economic policies. And Blantyre City Council embarks on sewer rehabilitation compensation survey. Thank you for joining us. Now the news in detail. Environmental activist Matthews Malata has applauded President Professor Arthur Peter Mutharika for prioritizing the implementation of policies that mitigate the negative impact of climate change in the country. Among others, President Mutharika, in his State of National Address, SONA, on Friday in Lilongwe, said his administration will develop climate change management legislation to promote climate resilience and access to finance, implementing framework and safeguards for carbon market projects, and promote reforestation to keep Malawi green. Malata says what the president said in his address is commendable.
We need to appreciate that the president was able to highlight issues on natural resources management as well as climate change. He did emphasize that he will make sure that his administration is able to finalize the development of climate change legislation in the country. He also talked about carbon trading mechanisms. You have a guideline, but definitely implementation is an issue, and he has also indicated that government will pay special attention to that. Definitely, there are a number of deals that we have signed as a country with so many carbon projects like developers, but those are deals in favor of our people. So we'd like to encourage indeed the presidency to look into the deals which we signed, and we should make sure that those deals are benefiting Malawians. He also talked about reforestation. Obviously, our landscapes are heavily degraded. We are looking at planting about like an area of up to 4.5 million hectares by 2030. We are lagging behind, and we would like to see how the president plans to accelerate this agenda so that we can indeed
The Economic Association of Malawi, ECAMA, and Center for Social Concern have described the continued drop in inflation rate as a sign of effective economic policies. According to figures from the National Statistical Office and NSO, the rate has dropped to 24.9% last month from 26% in December. We have a report by Justin Ngoyo.
Figures released by NSO indicate that the 1.1 percentage point drop of the rate is as a result of a decline in food inflation. The statistics show that food inflation has dropped to 22.1% in January this year from 25.2% in the preceding month. Commenting on the development, Economics Association of Malawi President Zachitika said the drop shows that policies implemented by government are bearing fruits. She has since advised government that while it is scoring well in dropping food inflation rate, it should also make sure that non-food inflation is dropping.
The drop in inflation just signifies that there is actually a decline in non-food inflation. From the results that the National Statistics Office have given us, we have seen that while non-food inflation is rising, food inflation is still going down, and this is pulling down overall inflation. So I think the drop just tells us that food inflation is indeed going down. And this just shows the efforts that the government is actually doing, especially the importation of maize during the lean season, but also the purchasing of maize from those who are having it domestically. And this has made the prices of maize to ease off on the market. And so this actually is showing in the overall inflation drop.
On her part, Center for Social Concern Economic Governance Program Officer Agnes Nirongo said the development means that the economy is going in the right direction. She added that a drop in inflation rate also means that the cost of living will be manageable for Malawians.
The inflation rate has gone down mainly on food items. This is because now, if you see, look what the prices of maize have gone down, and the prices of other food, like right now in this season, it has also helped for the inflation rate to go down. So for ordinary Malawians, it means they'll be able to have sufficient food at home, even they'll be having like other investment in their life. So this is a good initiative for them, and it's also showing a good direction for the budgeting of their houses.
Delivering the mid-year budget statement in November last year, Minister of Finance Joseph Mwanamveka said he will implement crucial policies that will see inflation rate going back to the single digit. Justin Nkweu, MBC News, Blantyre.
Blantyre City Council has embarked on a survey to establish the number of people and properties that may be affected by the rehabilitation of the city's sewer network. Under the Malawi Water and Sanitation Project, the council, with funding from the World Bank, intends to rehabilitate and upgrade the city's outdated sewer network and treatment plants. Erlin Chimoyo reports.
The sight of spewing sewage in various locations across the city remains an eyesore, a development that has often seen members of the public calling on the city fathers to address the problem. It is against such public concerns and an overly aged network that the council has set out to deal with the sanitation challenge. However, it has been observed that over time some people have constructed buildings over the sewer pipeline, a development that will require the displacement of households and demolition of the affected structures. Project coordinator Flavius Kamani has told MBC that the $34 million, approximately 59 billion kwacha project is expected to directly benefit 100,000 people through improved sewer sanitation services, while 480,000 others will benefit from enhanced solid waste management services. Kamani adds that the team from GNT Consult Limited is currently conducting the assessment by tracing the pipeline to determine the number of people likely to be affected and to establish the possible compensation costs for structures that will need to be demolished to pave way for evacuation works. Most of the major works are expected to commence later this year, with the project scheduled to run for 18 months. The sanitation project is part of a 259 billion kwacha IDA-supported Malawi Water and Sanitation Project aimed at increasing access to improved water supply and sanitation services in Blantyre metropolitan area, and to enhance the operational and financial efficiency of the Blantyre Water Board. Elin Chimoyo, MBC News, Blantyre.
5 people are currently receiving treatment for cholera out of 14 recorded cases in Sanje district. The Director of Health and Sanitation Services for the district, Dr. Gilbert Zachitika, made the confirmation when he received medical supplies from AIDS Healthcare Foundation, which are intended to help the district manage the disease outbreak. Speaking during the handover, Regional Manager Dr. Emmanuel Kwataine for the AIDS Healthcare Foundation said the organization remains committed to supporting the promotion and delivery of quality health services in the country.
So far, we have recorded a total of 14 cases, and at the moment, we have got 5 that are in our treatment units. The cases are from the Surgeon Health Center, which borders the district of Chikwawa. So that's where we're seeing most of the cases. The first case registered was on 9th February. And since then, I think the first day we had about 3, and since then we have had a total of 14 in our facility. And it's only been one facility so far that has recorded cases.
We are not just about HIV and AIDS in terms of prevention and STIs. We also do support wherever we are needed, and wherever there's a need, you can count on us as AHF. The monetary value is about 3.5 million Malawi kwacha. And the items that are behind us, we have buckets. Some are here, some have not been demonstrated here. We have big buckets that have a tap, and the smaller buckets. We have IV fluids, we have drugs like zinc, we have ORS. We also have water guard, chlorine, gloves, and other preventive materials.
This is MBC News, and you are with me, Evelis Chingambe. A reminder of our top stories. Environmental activist applauds President Mutharika for prioritizing the implementation of policies that mitigate the negative impact of climate change. Economic experts described the continued drop in inflation rate as a sign of effective economic policies. And Blantyre City Council embarks on sewer rehabilitation compensation survey. Welcome back. Government is implementing the free secondary education policy, which might look like a mere policy to many, but in most rural areas of Malawi, there are footprints that only tears of disbelief can explain. In our special report this week, Rashida Matandika brings in families that once lost hope on their children's academic future.
At Mapira village, traditional authority Sawali in Balaka district, 41-year-old Florence Lloyd was once in despair. Her son Harold was so passionate about school, but her husband had made it clear he could never support a stepchild.
When
I notified his father, he told me off. I reminded him, and he said that it was none of his business, and that instead of paying school fees for Harold, I should focus on providing food for the other children, as Harold will build his own family.
Jean Luca, a widow, saw her son Watson, who wanted nothing but to complete his education, drop out of school in his first term of Form 3 because every piecework that the mother did could not give them enough money to pay for her son's school fees.
His education journey has been hard because he is an orphan. School fees has been a problem and has been doing pieceworks to afford it. On the other hand, he has been able to provide necessities for himself until he got in Form 3. And there he had to drop out of school because he couldn't afford to pay school fees for himself.
The same wind blew through Chibali village, affecting Pempo Manyeta in her first days of secondary school in Form 1. As her mother, Esnat Uladi, explains, Pempo was sent back home due to unpaid school fees after attending classes for only 2 days.
I couldn't get 30,000 kwacha to pay school fees for her, and it was painful because this is the second child that I am educating alone. It was the same with her elder sister who managed to attain an MSCE certificate.
This ordeal would have ended a dream the Malawian girl child has. As for Jean and Florence, fears of losing their sons to the world were overwhelming.
His dropout would have led to him going astray because he really wanted to complete his education.
I felt sad and I was stressed because this is the only child who has shown commitment in the education.
By introducing the free secondary school education, President Professor Arthur Peter Mutharika directly and indirectly touched souls. To others, there is money to save, but to Esna Tuladi, chains of recycled illiteracy have been broken.
Honestly, I just want my children to be educated.
In his observation, Balaka District Commissioner Bibu Yusuf Mdala says the policy will enhance development from community level with availability of educated development committee leaders to seedlings that might bring developmental projects to their areas.
There are a lot of development projects that takes place in the areas, and if people are not educated, they like meaningful participation, because in most cases it requires people who are able to read and write, and if someone is not, then it is very, very difficult for him or her to contribute meaningfully.
The free education policy will not only benefit students and their families, but according to Owen Kamoto, Chenda Usiku Community Day Secondary School's head teacher, administratively there are already changes in school plans implementations.
We planned to purchase a school laptop as well as a printer for administrative activities, including production of examination, because it was somehow costly. But with this free secondary education policy, we have managed to purchase.
The 2030 Sustainable Development Goals have Malawi and other countries agreeing to achieving goal number 4 of ensuring inclusive and quality equitable education, of which recently Malawi was challenged in giving equal opportunities to boys and girls. Statistics from the Southeast Education Division reveal that, in terms of fees, more girls were privileged to bursaries than boys. Division Manager Edina Manyungwa said the data of 2025-2026 school year alone shows that at least 5,950 girls were benefiting from different organizations, while 3,100 boys were able to get bursaries, creating unequal opportunities. With the free education policy, the ground is leveled. Meanwhile, education partners have now started contemplating on supporting the sector on new projects after being relieved from the school fees interventions, as Center for Alternatives for Victimized Women and Children, CAVOC coordinator in Balaka District, Raitwe Nyirenda, explains.
During an assessment, we found out that teachers, they were looking for infrastructures, lab, and others were asking for the push bikes. So once everything has been concluded, we'll come back to the district and we'll see the way forward after our discussions.
Free secondary education policy shows a mission and vision that is not only on paper, lying on office shelves, but printed out in people's hearts with a restored peace of mind to those that the future was dimmed because of economic challenges.
Malawi is one of the countries striving to increase access to education among boys and girls in the country. As part of celebrating academic excellence, Forum for Africa Women Educationalists in Malawi, Fawema Blantyre Urban Chapter, has awarded 73 learners for their outstanding performance in the first term examinations. George Panda has the details.
Speaking at the awarding ceremony at Limbe Primary School in Blantyre, Fawema Blantyre Urban Chapter Chairperson Lydia Mvona said the awards aim to motivate Standard 8 top-performing learners to maintain high standards and achieve excellent grades in national examinations.
In fact, as a Blantyre Urban Fawema Chapter, we aimed at motivating the learners who are currently in Standard 8, so much that they proceed working hard. Thereby, they should score good grades at national examinations and be selected to secondary schools.
Principal Education Officer for Blantyre Urban Education District, Peter Bodza, praised the chapter for its ongoing support of education initiatives, noting that the efforts have contributed to the district achieving the top position nationally in the 2025 PSLOCE exams. Bodza encouraged the learners and the students to keep working hard to help the district retain its leading status this year.
Blantyre Urban Education District was indeed the best in the selection of students to national secondary school, most of which were girls. This was possible because of education partners that we have in Blantyre Urban, including Fawema. These organizations have been with us all along, and we engage them in meetings. We ask them which part they can play, and they share us with a lot of expertise that assist us in improving the education in Blantyre Urban. So this has assisted us a lot.
One of the recipients of the prizes, Emanuela Kazingachire, said she was motivated with the prizes, and this made her work hard in class, and she is optimistic that she will pass with flying colors during the forthcoming primary school leaving certificate education exams.
I am one of the learners who received gifts from FAWEMA, and I'm really happy. The secret behind this is that I worked hard, solved difficult maths, and prayed to God. I would also like to encourage my fellow learners to work hard to achieve their goals.
Among other things, the learners have received textbooks, pencils, and instruments from FAWEMA. George Banda, MBC News, Blantyre.
Early childhood education has been described as a critical step in laying out foundation for social and well-being of children in the country. A representative from the organization We for Malawi, Linda Ehrenberg, was speaking during the handover ceremony of a nursery school at Traditional Authority Tsiulamoa in Cheu District. Telson Makombo with the full story.
The community members gathered to witness the handover of a brand new nursery school structure expected to support early childhood development in the area. According to the representative from We for Malawi, Linda Ehrenberg, the nursery school will mark the beginning of a brighter future for the little ones.
The education starts, but not really, because it started at home when that baby first came out of that womb. Is that how the parent treated it, the kind of food that that child got, the kind of education they got at home started the process. We're continuing it, but we only have the kids a little while. They have to go home to an environment of learning and developing.
Residents in the surrounding communities expressed the excitement for the gesture. The nursery school is expected to serve residents from surrounding villages including Jolomole, Magwangwala, Champiti, Pambala, among others. Tosin Magombo, MBC News.
Stakeholders involved in promoting interreligious dialogue and peaceful coexistence in Mangochi have commended Center for Social Concern for breaking norms that were promoting interreligious and political conflicts in the district. Vice Chairperson for the Local Advisory Committee in the district, Sheikh Abdullah Kapusa, said this in the district when the Center for Social Concern presented Phase 1 progress report of its interreligious dialogue project to Mangochi District Executive Committee members. Sheikh Kapusa said before the project, Mangochi District had a lot of political and interreligious conflict hotspots, especially in areas around the township. Francis Banda has filed this report, being read by Davy Umar.
As Malawians continue enjoying peaceful coexistence after the decisive September 16, 2025 elections, the impact of activities carried out by civil society organizations to ensure peace and stability in the country continue going through the microscope, as some organizations are receiving praises for the crucial role they played. One such organization is the Center for Social Concern, CFSC, which has been implementing the Interreligious Dialogue Project in Mangochi with an aim of promoting tolerance and peaceful coexistence among diverse faith groups, particularly Christians and Muslims. Speaking during the presentation of a progress report of the project to the District Executive Committee members, Vice Chairperson of Mangochi Peace and Dialogue Local Advisory Committee, LAC, Sheikh Abdullah Kaposa, said Mangochi is now a peace district as compared to its past, as issues of political and interreligious conflicts are no longer a matter of concern.
This project has helped a lot in peace building here in Mangochi between religious groups and others of different social affiliations. We have also seen traditional
who used to be agents of political and religious violence to be ambassadors of peace, and also converting conflict hotspots to be conducive environments for peaceful coexistence.
In entertainment, hundreds of music lovers in Blantyre yesterday patronized the Valentine's Day music show dubbed Love Vibes. The show was organized by Classic Events and brought together 4 top Afropop artists, namely Saint, Teddy Makadi, Malazani Loiso and Namadingo. Speaking to MBC after the show, Classic Events manager Edson Kawalala said the show lived up to its billing.
This event was about, where people appreciate each other. This 14th February is it's a Valentine's Day where people just want to appreciate somebody they care about. And we just thought that it's nice that we prepare something for them, that they take their time, This is almost past midnight and people are still having fun up there.
It's so nice to be at Mount Sochi Hotel, with Classic Events.
Yeah, for sure, man.
Organize this Valentine show. I can see so many young people. It's so good to see them happy. That's the way it should be. Like, as I've always said, it's something wonderful to support Malawi artists,
And that's it from our newsroom this afternoon. A recap of our top stories before we leave. Environmental activist applauds President Mutharika for prioritizing the implementation of policies that mitigate the negative impact of climate change. Economic experts described the continued drop in inflation rate as a sign of effective economic policies. And Blantyre City Council embarks on sewer rehabilitation compensation survey. For more updates, visit MBC Digital on Facebook, X and Instagram. You've been with me, Evelis Chingambe. Thanks for watching and good afternoon.
Sabara ino mu program ya Woman Talk. Kodi nzoona kuti makolo ena amatsanka ana obereka eni yake. Ena kwakonda kwambiri kuposa ena.
Ena aja basi kwasankhiratu ana wadzukula osalola ulopa nyumba kuti adzacheze. Tikulandira zidzukulu za uyo opeza bwinoyo.
Mami, ai sasuka mbali mami musasuki. Mami bweresa zova zako ndikuchapire koma ena ose ajatu akugira ntchito.
Ifeyo ati tikukula. Tasira moto ana acha. Abambo kutengana ndi mwana wankazi kokaenda naye. Amayi akutengana ndi ana anyamata kokaenda nawo.
Tene ana wosewa ndi athu. Chikondi tizikana chimodzimodzi.
Ana athu tikuze limene muliko nonse timakondani. Palibe mene kholo simakondana ali.